It's Friday night at 8 p.m. Staring down the barrel of another long weekend. Heading to the Twitch bar tonight. Some semicolons and a beer will put me right. Electron Greg is here again with an animation tells you where and when. 100 messages go by. Congratulations on the words that you just typed. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. And who's behind that wonky door? Is it MJ? Is it Rishi? Make the call. Yeah, and I think it's about that time. God's front porch is on the line. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody so glad that you came. And I won't drink across the street. There's people in the YouTube bar I never want to meet. I think I'm happiest right here. I made songs and I think I'll have another beer. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. Good evening, everyone. It's Friday night at the old Twitch bar. I'm just having a cheeky Adnams Lighthouse. I purchased the Adnams selection box yesterday. I do enjoy an Adnams beer. Obviously not as much as a Lord Conrad's beer. Thank you, Milestone Barn. Hello, Milestone. Millstone's here. Millstone's in 2 bars, because Milestone said 1, congratulations on being the first, by the way. Then, all of a sudden, Milestone popped up in the YouTube chat, and I can see that, because the icon appears next to your name in the Restream chat. Waiting for the B. Hello, UK Simon. Virus. Good to see you again. I haven't seen you in the chat for a while. Who else have we got? Felice Maggie. Rogie Dark. Do you know what? It's funny you should mention Rogie Dark, because I've run out. If you remember, in the last episode, I ran out of Rochester ginger. That is empty. So I had to nip to the garage, where the humidity is a nice even 67%, 17 degrees Celsius, and retrieve this Rochester ginger, the dark version. Out of the 3, I always go the Dickensian classic one. But I had a dark, thought I'll mix it up a little bit. I'll get the dark one again. What's everyone been up to? Anything good? It's bank holiday weekend, isn't it? The bin days change. Chaotic. This is like, who was it? It was James Acaster, was that his name? The comedian said this is basically like, this isn't Friday. This is Super Friday. And Saturday is like Super Saturday, because it's just nothing to do until Tuesday. Where are we on the set list now? That was Friday night at the Twitch bar. I couldn't do. Duncan requested something, and I couldn't work out either of them. So basically, Duncan wanted either the Foo Fighters, the The Pretender, which I don't think I'm capable of in that short space of time that I had to rehearse it, or Murder on the Dance Floor, which again, didn't have time, I'm afraid. Let's see. It's funny you should mention the B as well. I'll tell you something about the pedal after. I'll do another song, then I'll tell you about the pedal. This is for Martin. He requested this track.
Dollar bill says I'm right. I'm worth more in the afterlife. So bring the car around the back, and don't forget my heart attack. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Amen signed on a broken line, and watch the future fall away. Pushed it into yesterday. We'll be dead in a box one day, 6 feet beneath the rain. So what's the point in all of us if everything will turn to dust? I'm standing on your shoulders now. I never know the way back down. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Build me up and watch me fight for a silicon dream in the afterlife. Move along and don't look back. Always had a way with that. Sit down and call me fight. Amen signed on a broken line, and watch the future fall away. Pushed it into yesterday. We'll be dead in a box one day, 6 feet beneath the rain. So what's the point in all of us if everything will turn to dust? I'm standing on your shoulder now. I never know the way back down. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. We'll be dead in a box one day, 6 feet beneath the rain. So what's the point in all of us if everything will turn to dust? I'm standing on your shoulders now. I never know the way back down.
Bob Noyce for Martin. Roger Dark, so what's everyone been up? Just been to the History of Video Games in Bristol. Combined exhibition and pop-up retro. That sounds very cool. I do like Bristol. They have a very good board game cafe there as well, called Chants and Counters, where they do like this things, basically like, well, I'm assuming I'm talking to an audience that is very aware of what a board game cafe is, but just in case you don't, it's very, very good. You go there and you play board games, and they bring you stuff. It's like you can basically order, at that one you can order like tapas and beer and whatnot, and they explain the rules. If you don't know the rules, you have to read the instruction manual. So come over your table and just take you through the first few rounds. Very, very good if you like board games. If you hate board games, it'd be your absolute worst nightmare. It's not called board games, are they? Tabletop gaming is what you call them nowadays. So where was the video games? Was it in? Is there a museum in Bristol now? Is it just the entire thing is just a pop-up thing, or was just the retro arcade pop-up? A bit closer to home though, the Web at 30 pop-up shop at the Grand Arcade in Cambridge is worth a look. It's being run by the Centre of Computing History. I went there the other day. You can go on Pizza Hut's website from X years ago. So if you're in Cambridge, it's next door to the, or up across the, whatever that thing, not the street, whatever those things are called in the Grand Arcade. Across the thing from the Raspberry Pi shop, there are some good such bars in London. Been to Thirsty Meeples in Oxford many times. Is it good, Thirsty Meeples? Is it the same thing? Is it basically like tapas and beer and just board games? Is that what we're talking about? I'm going to lose track of where we are now. Are we still talking about the Web at 30, pop-up museums, or tabletop gaming? Thirsty Meeples. I should know that, really, shouldn't I? Meeples. It's the tabletop gaming terminology there. The whole thing is pop-up. There until the end of September, they had around 30 to 40 cabs. That sounds really good. What time are they open till in the evening as well? The barcade bars across the USA are also good. They have 2 of those in New York City alone. Thirsty Meeples is a board game. Coffee, craft beer, cakes, etc. What more do you want? So that was for Martin. This is a song that was requested by 2 people last week, which means it must be an absolute banger. So this was requested by Jez, and it was also requested by Dean Nakoda, who I haven't seen in the chat yet.
We're all waiting here for you. Move the consoles and computers out of view. The world must seem so strange to you. And I know that we will do our best by you. Hey kid, I hope you call this home. Hey kid, I hope you won't be alone. We've been waiting here for days. 4 years old and blind, but still so very brave. And bumping into everything. And so excited about everywhere you've been. Hey kid, I hope you call this home. Hey kid, I hope you won't be alone. Hey kid, I hope you call this home. Hey kid, I hope you won't be alone. Hey kid, I hope you like this song that I wrote for you.
That was Kit. Dean requested it last week in the chat, said he wanted the dog song, and I had no idea what it was talking about, so my brain skipped a beat, and then I remembered I have got a song about a dog. It's called Kit. Kit is a dog that lives with Greg. This is easily my favourite song about a blind dog. I think that is favourite song about a dog. What about the Blind dogs, probably my favourite song about a blind dog. What about the song about From the Littlest Hobo? That was good, wasn't it? The theme from The Littlest Hobo was a good little acoustic track. This is what I was going to tell you about the pedal. For the Patreons, I'm not trying to ram the Patreon thing down your throat if you're not on the Patreon, but most of the people in the chat probably are. I did a new video, so where I've been doing these little episodes of the making of, I just finished the editing for episode 3, which is basically, I thought, because I'm doing the album, the new album's called, it's going to be, the working title is Friday Night at the Twitch Bar. It'll probably stay as that. The working title for Play the Game was Play the Game, and the working title for Psychopath Stream in Black and White was Psychopath Stream in Black and White. So Friday Night at the Twitch Bar, most of the songs have kind of come or been crafted around this. So I thought I'd do a little behind the scenes thing. So you get to see some close up footage of the pedal and a bit of an explanation behind the pedal, along with watching me move a chair out of the way and putting that camera there and this microphone here. So something to look forward to if you're on the Patreon. Thank you, Milestone Barn. He wasn't blind. Was the Littlest Hobo? We don't know that. The Littlest Hobo could have been blind. They could have brought in a blind dog to play a sitting dog. I've actually never seen an episode of the Littlest Hobo. I've just heard the song and seen the opening titles. It's one of those things like the Waltons or something that was on TV a lot when you were a kid, and you'd watch like the opening titles, but it's like it'd start and you just switch it off. I'm aware of what the Coronation Street soundtrack is, but I've never watched an episode of Coronation Street. That is the most depressing out of any theme tune, and I don't think I would challenge anyone to come up with something more depressing than the opening scenes to Coronation Street. It's just seeing like just dreary rooftops, that horrible, depressing. It's like on a trumpet or just some out of tune trumpet do that. Seeing a mangy cat knocking around on the rooftops. I hate that. I hate that tune. I hate that intro. And I've never watched an episode of it. Where were we? This is for Jez Shed. Jez Shed wanted this song called Silver Cigarette Case.
You own a silver cigarette case, even though you don't smoke. Engraved initials of your father contains a single note. Don't be a loser like your old man. Come on with a plan. And if you need me, then I'll help you in any way I can. And the boardroom's empty now. The town fell empty and the lights went out. If something's not right, 'cause we don't even care. There's something quite right when your heart beats twice as slow. In any given situation where a normal man won't go. But you and me, you know, we rocked up and we walked the factory floor. We closed the whole thing, then we sat back and we justified the cause. And the boardroom's empty now. The town fell empty and the lights went out. Yeah, something's not right, 'cause we don't even care. And the boardroom's empty now. The temple empty and the lights went out. Yeah, something's not right, 'cause we don't even care. Yeah, something's not right, 'cause we don't even care.
Just chuckled a bit there just because I saw Greg's last message. Always love the Crossroads theme. Kill me now. Who said that? Let me just read up a little bit. It's about time you did another kids' TV cover. Littlest Hobo. Littlest Hobo would probably be quite a good one to cover. It probably gets worse during the episode, so be glad you only saw the opening titles. Crossroads might give it a run for its money. Never seen that either. Again, I think some things get some things permeate popular culture so much that you're aware of it and the characters, having never watched it. I'm aware Crossroads existed. I'm aware that it got cancelled. I'm aware that there's someone called Benny in it who wore a bobble hat. And I don't know why. I know that information, but I've never, ever watched Crossroads. It was probably because of stand-up comics, or it was probably parodied on the Russ Abbott show or something. I once learned, years ago, it might have been a band that I was in, I think it was for fun, learnt the theme tune to Home and Away, sat there for ages working out the chords, and it was really simple. That again, I've never seen Home and Away, but I'm very aware of what the theme tune, that You and I Belong Together, forever and ever. And I know the Neighbours theme tune. Neighbours, I did watch. Neighbours, out of all of the soap operas, Neighbours was quite good. I enjoyed Neighbours. 5:30 after school. Everyone chatting about it the next day. Neighbours is probably the most appropriate for this audience. Remember the story when Todd got addicted to arcade? Did he? I remember Todd. Todd died, didn't he? How did Todd die? I remember he died in a. Didn't he get run over? And then the big one was Cody. There was actually a drug deal went bad in Ramsey Street, and a drug deal went bad in Ramsey Street, and Cody got shot, which was and I remember hearing that it was going to happen. I was thinking that can't happen in Neighbours, and it happened in Neighbours. Home and Away had some good storylines. About 30 years ago, was sad to hear the actor who played Shane passed away recently. That is sad. I don't know who Shane is, but it is sad. I was Kylie and Jason here at uni. I was Kylie and Jason that was when I was in primary school, the Kylie and Jason storyline. And then recently, again, I stopped watching Neighbours when I became a functioning member of society. But then years and years later, I happened to be in Melbourne, Australia, just in case there's any confusion. It's actually in Melbourne in South Cambridgeshire. But one of the things that you could do while you were there was go on the tour. So you could sit on a little bus, and they'd drive you out to Ramsey Street and take you to the set. And I was thinking, yeah, we'll do it. And it's but then you just basically get on the bus and they drive you out there. And I think most people, there were 2 or 3 people that currently watched it, and then most of the other people on the bus were people like myself that hadn't watched it for decades. And then they'd just be sitting in the bus going, is Mrs. Mangle still in it? And then people go, and you'd be told, oh no, Mrs. Mangle died years ago, and then you'd just be asking random questions. But I think Harold Bishop, maybe he was still in it, and Carl Kennedy. And then they basically took us to Ramsey Street, and because it's not called Ramsey Street, they have a sign that you hold. So they give you a plastic sign that says Ramsey Street, and they pass it around so you can hold the Ramsey Street sign and stand there on Ramsey Street and take a photo of yourself holding it while you're there. Some interesting facts as well. I'll tell you some interesting facts I learned about Ramsey Street after the... Oi, Duncan's here. That means we're going to be smashing 100 messages pretty soon. Dieter Brummer. Why would you do a drug deal in Ramsey Street? I don't know. But they did it. Does anyone else remember that? There was a drug deal in Ramsey Street. Went bad. Cody died. And this is the other thing. Whenever someone dies in Neighbours, there's always an excuse as to why the family can't be there. So in that situation, Cody's still in it, but I think her parents were no longer in Neighbours. So obviously they then have to go and get the actors and see if they can bring any of them back for the funeral. And then they give really like weird excuses, like they go, oh, like her dad couldn't be here because he had a dentist appointment. Just chuckling at my own incredulity. Where are we? This is for Fleece Maggie, aka Spoart, aka the Home and Away fan.
I'm not. I've got my head screwed on, but when I come undone, I don't need anyone till the feeling's gone. 'Cause all I need is a little bit of sanctuary. I need a little space and time to be alone in my own mind. I'm just an animal. I'm just a silhouette behind your talking head. I need to be alone in my own sweet home. 'Cause all I need is a little bit of sympathy. I need a place to call my own, where I don't have to hear you moan. All I know is everything you've ever known. Oh, I can never tell you that. You know it's just a simple fact. I'm just an animal.
Manual partitioning, but if you wish to switch to manual partitioning to make it bigger, you need zero guidance on stuff like API, BT. We're talking about formatting. I missed something. Default swap is for hibernation. What are we talking about? Beautiful. Thank you, Virus. And Milestone Barn. Haven't heard this in ages. It's a good job. Felice Maggie requested it. This is a Milestone Barn request. I'll tell you another interesting fact about Ramsey Street. The houses there, I think there's one guy that owns about 3 of the houses where they film it. But if you buy a house there, the houses there, in comparison to the rest of the area, are worth something like 25% more, because you get like 24/7 security at the bottom of the street, basically. Because years ago, before they put the security on there. They just basically kept it anonymous where it was. And they all get money as well. The people that own those houses, they basically have to do stuff like they can't put a vote Trump sign on their front lawn or something. They have to keep the lawn mowed and basically have to draw their curtains and stuff when they film. So they get wedge for that. And also, in the old days, people used to find out where it was, and then they used to go down there. There was a thing where kids used to go down there in their cars and do donuts on the street, so then they could watch neighbours and tell all their mates, going, "Oh, watch it this week. I did a donut there," and you can see the skid marks on the thing. And then people were getting like annoyed with that happening. So 24/7 security. 24/7 security and cash in your bank every month if you live on Ramsey Street, the real Ramsey Street. Where are we? Oscar. Oh yeah, Milestone Barn.
We're all 22. We haven't got a clue. One day we will die. What's more important is the meantime. Working dead-end jobs, hating what we're not. So what's the point in this? I think that the ignorance is bliss. Another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. And what comes next, you can only guess. 'Cause life is one big mess. We're all 17. There's nothing we haven't seen. We think that we've done it all, but we're getting lined up for a fall. And no jobs needed yet, and 6 weeks of summer spent. We're not really doing much. I've got some friends that keep in touch. Another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. And what comes next, you can only guess. 'Cause life is one big mess. Another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. And what comes next, you can only guess. 'Cause life is one big mess.
That was 22 for Milestone Barn. If you switch to manual partitioning, still on partitioning. 2 days, but yeah, 30 years. 30 years of Linux. Is that what's going on? Is it Linux's birthday today? BBC has made an expensive hash of building a new HD-ready Eastenders square. Oh, really? HD-ready Eastenders square. Wonder what Neighbours and Home and Away will do for their outdoor sets. Well, Neighbours can't do anything with their sex. It's not... Actually, no, they've got a studio, haven't they, as well? Some of it's done... They did actually take us to the bit where they film. They took us to a garage. That's where they took us. The garage that Charlene used to work in. So I did recognise the garage vaguely. I'm assuming it was the same one. There's a garage, and they didn't take us to Lassiter's, whatever it was. They think they were filming there. So we saw Ramsey Street and a garage. And we got to meet 2 actors, and I've got no idea who they were. But one of the bands, again, like most people were like myself, where they hadn't seen it for like 20, 30 years. And then there were a couple of hardcore, I'm not going to say nut jobs, but there were a couple of people that were fanatically into it and still watching every episode. And when they saw the 2 actors that they wheeled out, and they said, it's an exciting moment for you all. You can meet these 2 people that were in Neighbours, and they came out. If it was Mrs. Mangle popped out and Harold Buship, I'd have been quite excited, but it wasn't. I didn't know who either of them were. Where were we? Linux. Had a weird stream drop out just then. Did anyone else have that? Nope, not here. That's good. This is for Simon. We've been to Weta, if that's how that's in New Zealand, saw a load of Thunderbergs at Go Stuff. Did they? What, from the original Thunderbirds? Because I always thought Thunderbirds was like a very small set with puppets. Did you see stuff from the original Thunderbirds or from the new Thunderbirds? And if you saw stuff from the new Thunderbirds, why are you still watching Thunderbirds? Weta Studios sounds like somewhere to go. Simon song.
I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down. For the next 3 days I'll call this home, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Life with you never felt like this. Never been one for the simple things. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get the 2 confused. Quit your job and walk away. Didn't like it that much anyway. Sell your house and start again. Burn your past and make new friends. Cause you can check out anytime you want. It's already been a tad too long. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get too confused. But if I tried and if I missed, why'd you leave me alone like this? For all the things I've ever done, would you let my life go on? Cause I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down.
Thank you, Virus. The Veta, where are we now? Had we not had the pen, sorry, my reading is atrocious when stuff's whizzing up at such a pace. When I say just a pace, it moved up very slightly. Had we not had the pandemic, I'd probably have spent part of my 50th birthday in New Zealand doing the location tours for the Hobbit, Lord of the Rings movie trilogies. They're filming it somewhere else now, aren't they? Isn't that like a big thing now? The Lord of the Rings stuff's been moved. They're filming it somewhere else. I don't know where. I read that. I think I maybe read the headline, but not the article. That'll still happen. Give it a couple of years or so. The Veta stuff is the reboot of the Jerry Anderson Thunderbirds. That explains it. Sublime. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Milestone Barn. Moved to Middle Earth. I think Thunderbirds Our Go is a prequel fitting between the 2004 Frakes movie and the 1960s Anderson puppet show. Sounds like you know your Thunderbirds. I used to do sound for a band now and again. A function band that did weddings and stuff, and their intro music, but when they went on stage, was you had to basically put on a CD. They had a CD of the Thunderbirds A Go things. You did that countdown, and like you'd basically have to crank it up and then put it on and then basically fade it out, and then the band would start playing. This is for Jez Shed. The TV series, that was it. I think I did read the article. There's a TV series now. Is it right? There's a TV series of Lord of the Rings?
It could be so wonderful if we could just let go again and let the hate run you. You know it's all I do. I walked you around in the sun again. A couple hours, but that's all I need. When I was just 16, I became the man you see. We'll walk back through the city lights and watch the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone and nothing ever lasts that long. Made some money and we had some fun, but why try harder when you're number one? Cause if it all falls through, I'll live a lie like you. So stick around for another bit. We won't talk for another year, but when the morning bleeds, I know we'll both concede. We'll walk back through the city lights and watch the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone and nothing ever lasts that long. I know the money doesn't count. We made a choice to be here now, but now the evening's gone and nothing ever lasts that long. walk back through the city lights and watch the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone and nothing ever lasts that long. I know the money doesn't count, and watch the girls leave here now. But now the evening's gone and nothing ever lasts that long.
That was Nothing Ever Lasts That Long for Jez in his shed. I'm not sure, I don't think I've seen Jez in the chat. But that was for Jez. Yeah, the TV series has come to the UK. For years on the BBC, the countdown went for... Thank you, Virus. On the BBC, went 5, 4, 3, missing the... I get what you've got to get out there. 5 missing the fa. Is anyone excited about the Mister? Has anyone got a Mister computer yet? I keep hearing about it all the time because I listen to obviously the main podcast that I listen to is Retro Gaming Roundup, because that's the best one and that's been around for the longest. That's the longest running, bestest retro computing gaming podcast. But when I'm not listening to that one, obviously dip in and out of the other ones. But recently I've been listening to a lot of Retro Man Cave's podcasts. I quite like that. But he talks about the Mister computer a lot. And I've still not really kind of done a deep dive on it. But his latest video, he's now manufacturing one. The new mill that he's got, they've got some manufacturer of FPGA, not emulation. You can't call it emulation. FPGA cores or something. FPGA, I know what the word is, but yeah. Computers with FPGAs on them that will simulate original hardware. And it looks quite impressive, the little thing that he demoed on the latest YouTube clip. We're out of requests now. We're into the bit of the evening where I'm selecting the songs. I thought I'd do this one from the first album that I haven't done for ages. RMC's iteration is exciting. It is exciting. I do find it quite exciting watching. I like RMC, the story in general, the whole thing he's done extremely well, hasn't he? And rightly so. It's the best YouTube out of all of them. Like, he's not just doing stupid stuff, he actually does a very well thought out, shows you how to maintain old computers in years to come when people want to go back and fix those things. I think his YouTube channel is going to be extremely useful now.
Sitting in the laptop light, on your own all through the night. Never loved anyone else or anything more. You've been here many times before. Your dreams are shadows on the walls, fading into nothing once again. Yeah, and your lack of inspiration caused your miscommunication, waiting for your destiny to call. But is it too late? Is it too late to save you now your whole life? Is that dream that you've just woken from? Now your 20s have gone. I'm here and you're still there, staring out the empty chairs, wishing all your loneliness away. Waiting on a curtain call, walking down the empty halls. A little piece of you just died today. Yeah, and your lack of inspiration caused your miscommunication, waiting for your destiny to call. But is it too late? Is it too late to save you now your whole life? Is that a dream that you've just woken from? Now your 20s have gone. If I ever walked away, I'll always find my way back home. And if I ever tried again, I'll always wind up on my own. Whoa. Whoa. Well, is it too late? Is it too late to save you now your whole life? Is that a dream that you've just woken from? Now your 30s have gone.
I like Techmoan on YouTube. It's a proper geeky... I like Techmoan as well. He's very good. Techmoan. Another one. Techmoan's great. Retro Man Caves. But I think both of them do quite a similar thing where they actually do sit there and... Well, I think Retro Man Cave more so where he actually does like a whole... This is how we're going to fix it, clean it and retro bright it and get it up to scratch. Techmoan's very interesting for... I don't know what I'm describing. We all know what Techmoan is. I'm not going to... I actually did that when I was chatting to... I think when I was chatting to Neil at Retro Man Cave when we went to go and film the thing, I started saying, oh, because of your videos, and I was mentioning something about his videos, because you know how you do this, this, and this, and I ended up describing what he does to him, which I didn't need to. Congratulations! 100 messages just went... I thought we wouldn't do it tonight. At one point at the beginning, I was thinking we're not going to do it because Duncan's not here. Then Duncan arrived and I thought we're going to do it, but then it started getting a little bit late in the day and I was worried it might not happen, but it just happened. The 100th message this evening was Electron Greg, and his message was a bunch of semicolons. So home computers had become retro a while back, and that was nice because I had them back then. But now people have started referring to stuff I've actually worked with as retro. Most of the things that I've owned as a kid are now retro. That's why we're into it, isn't it? Trying to rekindle something. Well done, Greg. Someone buy Greg a beer or a Rogie. What was I saying before that? Something. Oh, another one that's worth watching. Simon Dan. If you've never watched it, it's very funny. He just basically debunks. You want to watch his flat Earth? If you ever watch a Simon Dan, the best episode. He basically does if you've not seen him already, he basically kind of debunks conspiracy theorists and flat earthers and that kind of thing. But one of them that's really good is the gate episode. So if you look at it, it's in the gate that like is basically like a swinging gate, not a gate as in the logic boards. But yeah, Google Simon Dan gate episode. It's very funny. Where are we? We're here. We're on a new song. That was from the first album. This next song is from the upcoming album. LGR, yeah, he's good. LGR's got... LGR, which one is he? Is he the one that... Yeah, he's got the worst backdrop of the bunch though, isn't he? Like, Retro Man Cave's got that awesome kind of like the crates, and it's just got better and better, his backdrop, and now it's a full-blown museum. I always feel like LGR, if he's the one that I'm thinking of... LGR? Is he the one that looks like he's one of the ones that basically working at a kitchen counter? But it's like not just his kitchen counter, it's like one that he's implemented for his things. And he's got like his, I think he redid it recently. He used to have his routers and stuff stuck on the wall behind him. I can't really talk about shoddy backgrounds, can I? Come on, guitar.
In Commando's opening scene, 2 men pose with the helm Mark 3, and my heart skips a beat.
That's it, 8-bit guy.
In Commando's opening scene, 2 men pose with the helm Mark 3, and my heart skips a beat. Close Encounters had 1, 2, and it was green and white and blue, and my knees went weak. Because I love refuse trucks and films, and I know every single one from 1969 to 1983. And you know, Child's Play 3 never really bothered me, except for one short scene. A Burmese Maxim Packer gave that Delson action, and my knees went weak. Because I love refuse trucks and films, and I know every single one from 1969 to 1983. The obfuscation of our waste is the only thing that keeps us civilized in a world that's not. And my all-time favorite scene, the Loadmaster 320 in Ghostbusters, it makes me cry every time that beautiful truck rolls by. Because I love refuse trucks and films, and I love every single one from 1969 to 1983. The obfuscation of our waste is the only thing that keeps us civilized in a world of Islam.
I do, yeah, LGR, now I'm thinking, no, LGR's the guy, I do know who LGR is now. He's got like the room full of stuff, hasn't he? He did the PC with the, I follow this guy because I was thinking of putting a SD card solution or whatever the disc that he recommended into an old PC. And I remember LGR doing a guide on that. 8-bit guy is the guy that, yeah, has the stuff stuck to his wall. And he also, didn't he get in trouble recently because he just, I say got in trouble, got a load of people unsubscribing because he strapped a shotgun to his back and then walked around Walmart or something with it. Was that 8-bit guy? I'm pretty sure that was 8-bit guy. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to say allegedly, just in case. We then want him coming after us as well, don't we? 8-bit guy and James Corden. And the creators of Coronation Street. Correct. I'm correct that he did that. Okay. I didn't know that about. Yeah, there's a clip. Someone find the clip and pop it in the chat to validate my statement. James Corden. James Corden definitely did not have that. I think he. Again, you're going to say allegedly, aren't you? Basically, that means that if I say something, like I'm sure that no one's ever gonna, but I ever talk about, and this is ever gonna watch it. But if you say allegedly, then it's like you're okay. James Corden didn't have a shotgun on his back and didn't walk through Walmart, allegedly. He's from Texas, not surprising.
I know that you don't have a backbone. The body that you took home seems so far removed from your own. So I tried to shed a little more light. It was my deepest regret. How I wish you'd forget. 'Cause I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out and touch that dial. Sing a song that means nothing to anyone until the words come true for a moment or two. 'Cause I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out and touch that dial. I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out and touch that dial. Yeah, I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out and touch that dial. I know that you don't have a backbone, and the body that you took home seems so far removed from your own.
Is that it? Let me just click it. I won't mind seeing it. There he is. 8-bit guy with a shotgun. Is it a shotgun? I don't know. Allegedly a shotgun. Maybe it's just a toy. Maybe it's the... yeah. What sort of gun is that? Why has he got it on his back while he's ordering bits of cheese and ham? Some people, eh? I'd rather bump into 8-bit guy than James Corden. Who would you rather spend an evening with? 8-bit guy, James Corden, or... I'm trying to think of someone else now. Someone from Mrs. Mangle, the actress that played Mrs. Mangle from Neighbours. Actor, it's not actress anymore, it's an actor. The actor that played Mrs. Mangle. Right. This is the last song of the evening. Thank you all for coming along. Thank you all for staying in. 8-bit guy. I'd probably have dinner with 8-bit guy. Out of those three.
Standing in an alleyway between two bars, blood on my face. You're looking at me and I'm looking at you. Remember when we were both still friends? None of this would have happened then, but everything I learned from you. If we'd have kept kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. And we'd have finished what we started, we'd be that British IBM. Saw it all on a TV screen, under a turn and you flicker green, but I could never be the one to talk you down. I know you then as I know you now. I watched it all come crashing down, never understood why's it heaven for. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. We'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British IBM. We're both in the history books, a little world that we both once shook. Watch a little time as time goes by. I know you then as I know you now. I watched it all come crashing down. I never understood why's there heaven for. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. We'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British IBM. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. If we'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British IBM.
I feel like if you wanted to replicate someone else's thingy, someone else's backdrop, like if you actually wanted to just, thank you very much for the semicolons there, Milestone and Electron Greg and Virus. If you wanted to replicate someone else's backdrop and just use it for your own, I feel like 8-bit guys would probably be the easiest one to replicate. You just basically got a laminate kitchen counter from B&Q and then just basically popped some, just nailed some old routers and stuff to the thing, to the wall. Even the new one, when I was watching, because I always get excited when people do those, the tour videos, when someone goes, this is the new, like when RMC goes, this is the new cave. Those are the best ones, or when Metal Jesus moved house, it's like, here's the new, where I'm putting my, whatever he calls it, game room, the man cave. Here's my new whatever. I always like, I think those are brilliant, those ones there. But when he did his one, I think it was 8-bit guy, I watched it, I was thinking, this is the least interesting of the bunch. I can't really talk, so like I say, but still. It was like he just basically bought some kitchen units from B&Q. Okay. Perfect. Thank you for this. Thank you for tolerating me for another evening. I drank quite slowly today, and I was actually hoping to crack open the bottle of Rogie live on air, which I could do. There's time much is left in there, a little bit. If I get through this by the time we do the requests, I'll open the bottle of Rogie live because I know that that's something that everyone enjoys. Okay, if anyone has any requests, I think I am back here next Friday, but it will be on the social media. Sunrise Tech for Electron Greg. Sunrise for Greg. Anything else? Anything else for anyone else? Such a good gig in between the Ubuntu installations and internet dropouts. See, that's what I missed out. I didn't understand that someone was talking about. I can work out if someone was celebrating Susie Linux turning 30 or something else was going on there. Where are we? Nothing lasts for Jez. Nothing lasts for Jez. I'm going to put from Greg. If you'd like to make a request for someone, for a loved one. Kit for Duncan. '80s for Virus. Was a big, is it like 3 years? We got 3 years. Bob Noyce. 3 years, where are we? 3 years, Bob Noyce, Sugar Water. Man of the Hour. And that is the Duncan section. We'll put up a picture on the screen during that segment. Sugar Water +1, so I'll put Sugar Water, and I'll also put that for Milestone Barn. That is a nice little set list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 songs. No, basically, a set list is made up of 13 songs most of the time. 13 songs seems to keep it to where it kind of stays roughly, depending on how much we talk about bin lorries and neighbours and Linux and whatnot. Keeps it roughly around an hour. You'll learn a little bit more. If you're on the Patreon, you're going to learn quite a lot about how the Twitch gig works in the upcoming video. Let me finish this beer, crack open the Rogie, and then we'll make a request on what you want to hear next. You can have one of these. First one in the chat gets it. You can have MJ Hibbit, It Only Works. MJ Hibbit's Hey Hey 16K. Smoke and Mirrors by UK Mike. One of Simon's piano renditions of either the Twitch bar or Down Like That. Classic Rishi or new Rishi. I'll wait for a response. There we go. Piano Shovel. Okay. Oops. And as promised, and there it is. I'm going to pour myself a dark Rochester ginger with a splash of rum, and I'm going to enjoy that with you all. Thank you all for coming along and for staying in, and I'll see you at the next one.